up, friends? This is Jazz bringing another For Better or For Worse vlog, number 36. And I got two vlogs for you again today. The first one is from December 8th, 2001. So April is about 10 years old. And the thing is with this strip, guys, there's not much dialogue in it. There's the announcer saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, Miss April Patterson and Mr. Paul Bergen will now play that child. What child is this?" And it shows the musical notes, clap, 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 and Mr. Bergen and April giving each other a high five. Well, no, it shows it shows the playing, because Mr. Bergen's on a piano, obviously, and April's playing the guitar, and it shows everyone, including John and Ellie, clapping. It shows both April and Mr. Bergen look like they're just standing there for the applause, or about to bow, I don't know. And then they're high-fiving each other, and that's kind of cute. Now, I don't know the character of Mr. Bergen. I don't know how frequent he is in the strip at this point. But it seems like he's a music teacher of April, and they kind of play, because April has been really good with the guitar and that music, unlike Michael and Elizabeth. But then again, Michael did learn to play the trumpet, but I don't think he had any passion in it. April does it with a passion, so eventually, Ellie did have a kid who was musically gifted. Well, okay, maybe musically gifted is strong. She isn't like a prodigy, but she does have a talent for it. So, yeah, I think it's a really sweet strip, especially that it shows that both the teacher and April seem to be close enough. Actually, she's not only high-fiving, but they're giving each other fist bumps. That is adorable. I mean, I've had some teachers that I would say that, I was kind of close to, not going into any details, but I mean, sometimes the teacher makes the difference in a child's life. Teacher who gives the child the light of day and treats them more than just, a student I have to be, teach. Like, if they give them the listening ear and the light of day, it can make all the difference. And I think with April, it does. Like, she really loves music, and the teacher really loves music, so they have something in common. Like, he's the cool teacher. But then again, he does it behind the stage. She's all professional, and then suddenly, yeah, fist bump, high five, and that is so cute. I find that so cute. It shows that he knows when to be professional, but then he also knows when to kind of be cool, to be the one that she looks up to. Like, honestly, like, that's just, aw. And it's just about Christmas. It's December 8th, so I don't know if this is appropriate timing, if Christmas is past or not. Maybe it's just before Christmas when you see this. But, I mean, Christmas is coming up, and oh, am I so excited about it. Like, again, I have a lot there for Christmas, so maybe that's why I'm so excited. I'm actually even thinking of, there's some people that I'm thinking of buying gifts for, and I'm thinking about it. I made that conscious mind effort, so maybe I'm finally starting to grow up. But yeah, we'll see that day with everyone will drop 10 when that comes. The final strip is from January 31st, 1981, so within the first 3 years of the strip. Again, I'm not 100% sure if you saw it, but I looked over it as much as I could to check. So anyway, Michael's like, "Hey, Dad, when's lunch? Can we go someplace? Dad?" And then Michael's like, "How come Mom went off by herself, Dad? Why'd she go without us?" And John's like, "Your mother gets the urge now and then to get away from the house. She says she needs to be herself. To be free, I guess." And Michael's like, "Is that what they call woman slip?" Yeah, it's one of those strips that I also read that Lynn said she got different types of mail for this, like fan mail. One was anger for just the way that it was brought up, and some for broaching the subject. But it's kind of one of those situations where Michael is so young. He's like maybe 6 years old here, or 5, like between 6 and 5, or 5 and 6. And it's an innocent misread. And but he knows what he means though, because he's heard woman's lip, but he says woman's lip instead. Like he kind of knows what it is, just not how to say it. Like, and it's funny because back in the 80s, I think women's liberation was a big thing. Again, I was born at the early 90s, so I do not know. I'm actually literally 6 months younger than April Patterson. So I was born after April was born, so I was like born in the 90s. So by the time I got to be 6 or so years old, it was the mid 90s. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure women were still fighting, right, for certain rights, but it just wasn't as big of a topic back then when I was a child. So, but back in the early 80s, it was kind of more of a thing. So, but it is amazing how much things progressed, but at the same time, how some things probably went backwards. I mean, some things have improved, and some things have just kind of didn't. Like, now, everyone is so politically correct or PC, and that is in some ways amazing, right? And I'm all for it. But we'll just say that I'm all for it, but I'm not the type of person that would really correct someone just to correct them. I would definitely, if someone were to go up to someone and use the R word, which a lot of you know, I would not really stand for that. But anything else, or even the N word, so there are certain things I would not stand, right? But if someone just used, I think I'm not going to use this word because there are people who do react to it. So, like, if someone used the gay, I just used it anyway. So, if someone used that word, I would not make a big deal of it. But if someone used the Q word for it, then I said it just depends on the intention of the meaning, like the intention of how they say it. Now, I know it's funny how I'm going into this when it's not talking really about it, but they're talking about a subject that is up topic for debate. It's up for debate. So I just say I'm not very easily offended. Like if I hear the Q word, the N word, or the R word, I would probably put a stop to it right there. I mean, if someone maybe used it once in a sentence, then I may not overreact. I would with the R word, but any of the other two words I wouldn't. But if someone kept talking and using that word with every sentence, then I would put a stop to it. Right? It's just for me, like, I understand what people feel when they make a deal of it, but I'm not the type of person because I know everyone has different values. And to a degree, every value is, what is it, warranted. It's just, the way I see it is, unless it's really hurting someone, I don't, take offense. So, and I just find it's a cute, innocent little quib, right? It's interesting and neat that Lynn broached that subject. I mean, I don't know if Lynn herself was big into supporting women's liberation. I know Ellie's character is, and Ellie is slightly based on Lynn, but as she says, there are differences in all her characters, which some people will be like, no, this is her son, this is her daughter. Well, then who is April? That's just the way I see it. April is not based on any of her children. So she separates her children in the characters and herself and husband in the characters. There are similarities to them. There are things that the real people actually did that are in the strip. So, again, I don't know the topic of liberation when it comes to Lynn, what her stance on it is. But it's cool she breached the subject, and that gives people conversation starters for it. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this For Better or For Worse vlog, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, like what you see, please subscribe. It helps this channel a lot. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you'll know when new videos are coming out. And I will see you guys in my next video.